What's that mean? Tiki, they call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like, who do I be? You know. I am the queen. I'm supreme. You didn't know? What do you mean? Loki, they call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like, who do I be?
Hey you guys, before I get into the actual video, speaking about the young lady who they found in a bathtub. She drowned. According to the newspapers, it has something to do with her working with Voodoo. I just noticed that when I was doing the audio for the video, I forgot to preface this by telling you guys the picture that you're going to see is actually is not Papa Legba, or how he would energy would appear. Usually, just it will come to you as I spoke about this in a couple of videos back. It could be an older person, cane with a hat, or a child. So just be mindful that the photo that they're showing is from American Horror Story, and they were saying that was Papa Legba, but there was more so the Baron Samedi, and there are several Barons. That's just one of the more known ones. So I just wanted to put that in there. So hopefully this video could help you learn some things in regards to religion and spirituality, and what different cultures practice. All right, y'all, and sorry for the audio too. I was in a bad reception area. So yeah, peace and blessings. Here go the video. I'll leave the link and stuff like that to the article in the description. Peace and blessings, you guys. This is your girl, the Philly Bruja. Hope everybody's hanging in there, staying safe from the corona. Don't let the rona get you. My husband had brought something up to me earlier today. He ran across the news article, and I wanted to touch on it because that's actually, what I started this whole channel for. Despite all of the foolishness and the fuckery, that goes on here and there, this is actually, my area of where I excel at. I'm born into this, initiate into it as well. And this came across his feed, and we talked about it. Virginia teen dies after summoning an ancient Haitian voodoo god, Papa Legba. How many times have I told you guys, including my clients who I've had, about summoning deities and different spirits? And I always tell y'all, leave them spirits alone. Start small. Start with your own ancestors. I always tell people to go through their ancestors first. When it comes to tapping into your spirituality, you just don't one day hop up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna, make this offering to this Orisha or to that Loal, or I'm gonna, do this altar for." I don't know, like mine, Papa. I do have one, Papa Legba, excuse me. So I just wanted to go over this news article really quick with y'all. It was like the recent death of a Virginia teen has been blamed on her practicing Haitian voodoo spells to summon the deity known as Papa Legba. We all know. I spoke about him. I spoke about that energy. I spoke about my encounters with that energy. Again, if those spirits want to deal with you and those deities want to deal with you, you will know. This is not something you pick up a book on and you just decide to tap in. That's not how this works at all. I even did a video on a lady who I had to help a couple years back, because that's exactly what she did. She had all kinds of things in her room. She had this Orisha, that Orisha, this low. I mean, this is all packed in one room. She's batshit crazy, and that's why you just don't do those kind of things. You have your altars and things of that nature. Some things can't be in the same room, with other things, And I always try to tell people, if you can avoid it, Don't have altars in your room either. Not even your ancestor altar if you can avoid it. But you can always go back. Look past the fuckery videos that I've done. More so recently with the back and forth, with the bullshit. That's fuckery. But with this is what I do. This is what I was born to do. 19-year-old Caitlin was found dead after she allegedly drowned in a bathtub, according to her post on social media from her friends. Reston's unexpected death came just 2 days after she claimed to have seen Papa Legba. Apparently, after summoning spells, people warned her not to try. I always tell you guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Even when you go and you do these offerings and altars and things like that to the common one, who Oshun and Yimaye and all of that. Don't do that, because there are certain formulas you have to go through, and Papa Legba is one of them, actually. But people warned her not to try it, told her not to do it. And here it just goes on to describe what Legba represents. West African voodoo god has many different names. That's true. Many different names, but all the same energies. Don't forget that. Depending on which region, that energy is worshipped. I'm just scrolling down and I'm reading this and recording this at the same time. But throughout all different aspects of whatever falls under the Ifa tree. You know what I'm saying? Legba is the same energy across the board. May have different names, same energy. I hope y'all follow me with this. But it's the spirit of the crossroads. Okay? And it's literally across the line. You will always have one energy deity who is the master of the crossroads. Period. And they also talk about how it was depicted on American Horror Story. I was probably like one of the most outspoken on that, because they actually said it was Papa Legba, but they were showing the Baron Samedi in that story, in that show, I should say. But anyway, this goes on to say about Caitlin, okay, was on her social media doing her thing, and she decided she was going to get into voodoo. Don't do that, people. That is very dangerous. People warned her not to play around with it. She clapped back on Twitter, saying that there is nothing wrong with trying something new. Oh, yes, it is, because you will wake up dead. Literally, you will wake up dead. Your ass will be taking a spiritual night-night, okay? And she proceeds that on her Twitter, let people live and have their own religion. This was dated March 29th. If someone is into something different, accept that. Stop saying, no, you come from God. And then she said on here, I'm Wiccan and I always will be, so shut the fuck up and let me be. Caitlin. Sometimes it's best that if you know your lane, stay in it. Okay? Stay in your lane. So, unfortunately, yeah, Caitlin was found in the bathtub dead. Unexpectedly in her mother's home, according to her obituary, which also noted that she was a proud new mom of a baby named Aaliyah. This is sad, but this is also a cautious tale. Stop jumping into things because you see it's the trend. I like that a lot of people are tapping into your spirituality and things like this, but take time. Take time before you just start jumping in head first to literally doing offerings and resurrecting summoning and conjuring things into your space, into your spirit, because it can drive you crazy. You know what I mean? It really can. It also says on here, Caitlin always will be so deeply loved and very missed by all. Supposedly, Caitlin's death was blamed on the drowning in a bathtub after having a panic attack. Someone, part of a Facebook group she was on, did a reading on her and said it wasn't Papa Legba she saw. It was actually another Haitian. Oh, okay. It was actually another, we're reading this article together. It was actually another Haitian voodoo spirit named Baron. That's Baron Sande, who is referred to as the master of the dead. That's true, and maybe possibly. But again, you can't just go tapping on people's doors. They don't know you. They have a GoFund set up for her 5-month-old daughter, which is sad. This is just a cautionary tale to you, my lovely babies. Don't go jumping in head first. It's just you have no kind of understanding of. I know some people like to say, "Oh, this is just all hogwash. It's it's BS." It's not. It's really not. And what you're doing is opening up a door and a portal that it's possible that you can't close, and bad things happen. So obviously, this young lady having a 5-month-old, I'm pretty sure she wasn't planning on leaving, this particular realm, but, sending positive vibes to her family, but it's just a cautionary tale. Oops, 1 second, you guys. Also, for the record, in that article, it stated that someone did a reading on her and, who she saw and this, that, and the other. I strongly advise against people doing readings and things of that nature on the recently deceased. I don't advise people doing readings on folks who they don't have their permission to do it. There is a code of ethics, a moral code, I guess you could say, doing that kind of thing on people without their knowledge or their permission. It's not cool, and a lot of times it's not even right. So maybe she did see the Baron. It's possible. But there's several different Barons. So, there's a whole thing that goes into that. I'm just posting about this because I see a lot of people, getting into spirituality and they're just trying to jump head first into everything. You know what I mean? Start small, my babies. You know what I mean? Glass of water, a couple pictures of your relative that has passed on, who you had a good relationship with, because you just don't want to put anybody on there. You know what I mean? And give your offerings and say thank you when you're thinking about them. You know what I mean? Start there and learn. And for God's sakes, for Goddess and God's sakes, please don't be one of those Google witches and things of that nature. Find your elders, find the people in your community, who can walk you through the process of learning more about this and getting in tune with that. Stay away from this stuff because things like this happen, unfortunately. I'm going to leave the link, in the description, because she was a single mom, and they are accepting donations for her little baby, who she no longer is here to take care of. 5-month-old little baby. So yeah, just be mindful, you guys. Just like the other videos I've done before, stop fucking with these spirits, especially if they ain't fucking with you. Okay, leave that there. Not everybody is meant to be working with with this kind of religion and that kind of religion. Listen, take time and find your way. That's my message for today, y'all. I'll probably do a live later. We'll see how I feel. Y'all have a blessed day. Remember, stay Rona free, my babies. Peace.